Welcome back to the channel. This morning me and Alex are going to do a garage find. Car I came across yesterday. You'll see it in the thumbnail. Don't know how much I'm going to be able to film when we're there because it's on obviously it's someone's garage, but we'll do a full walk round when we can. Look round. So it'll not be back in the garage looking like this again, will it? So
No. Not been moved for how many years?
That's got the car home. Unfortunately, didn't get any footage of loading up the truck. Back wheels are totally seized. Wife coming to have a look. Alright, so as you can see, back brake's totally seized. You see where the winch has dragged it down and the front end's up in the air. Just a quick walk around. This is the first time I've done it. Back arch is gone. Back tailgate's gone in two places. Sills look relatively solid. A few scrapes and scraps all over it. But I'm hoping it's going to be a relatively solid car. This arch is well gone. So I'm going to go and grab my toolkit now and free off the wheels, hopefully. Let's just do the first walk around on the car. It's a longitudinal engine, which I wasn't aware of. The guy that I've got the car off said that the engine was seized, so I've took the spark plugs out before really doing anything. And I bought the boroscope for the Mercedes, but when I put the camera down, if I show you, I don't think it's going to show up very well. There you go. It looks perfect inside. I'll show you number one. So that's obviously further down. Piston looks mint and the bores all look good. So what I did before doing anything, I went and got a long arm, strong arm rather. It's hard one-handed, but definitely not seized. I think we've just got a start motor issue. So I'm going to give the start motor a couple of bangs and see if we can free that off. Leave the plugs out obviously so the compression's lower and give it a go. But first little look round. Bits of rust on the windscreen. This door's okay. The back arch is knackered. I have had a look on eBay and all the usual places and I can't find anything. So I'm going to have to try and make from there all the way around. Don't know how hard that's going to be. I've not done anything quite like that yet, but I'm sure I can manage it. See on the tailgate where it's taped up again, that's rust. I've got the bead roller now, so hopefully I can get some shape. This was all in the boot. The guy worked for Castrol, so I've got some Castrol GTX in there. I don't know if it's new or old, I'll have to check. Need to get it in the garage yet, but this arch here is bad. It's straight through, so I'm going to have to make, I think, on both sides, inner and outer. Sill's gone a little bit at the bottom there. The door's gone there. I don't want to get into a full restoration on this car. I do want to drive it next year, so I'm just going to probably paint up to the bottom half and blend the back, the black quarters. Front end's not too bad. I just want it to be something I could just drive. So I've got the battery on charge now. Considering it's been years since it's been used, the battery had 12 volts in it. So I've got it on charge now. I'm hoping that it's on 6 amp, it's at 64%, which ain't too bad I don't think, considering how long it's been out. Just noticed another scab there. So I'll come back once I've done something with the starter. show you the interior. So I've got original radio cassette, got the service record, which goes up to let's see, 86, 87, 88, goes up to 90. Then I've got a couple of other services in another book, but that's 27,000 miles that got to. The car's on 101,000. Don't know how long it's had these seat covers on. Not taken them off yet. Passenger side, I'll tell you what, we'll be able to tell off this one. Oh, probably from new. Looking at that. I'll get the backs off at another time. Back seat looks pretty mint. Got car seat in it, I think it was just used for storage. Opening back windows. It's got a rear wash wipe. Came with a stop lock and the keys. It's nice, I'm looking forward to getting this going. Don't know how well this is going to show up, but I've just got the no-code connected up, ignition, and this suggests starter motor to me. Every now and then it will go, so I think I'll show you where I'm at. I need to clear all the Christmas stuff from this garage, move all my bins. I've just got the ultrasonic cleaner heating up. I'm going to get the plugs in it. One of them's a different size, so I don't know what's happened at that point, but I'll get these in the ultrasonic cleaner, get them back in, and then give it an attempt at firing it up, and then once it's up on the ramp, I'll get it on the single post ramp. Once I've got all this shit out of the way, I'll go at starting it. So I'll get them in there. Just 20 minutes, maybe half an hour. And by then the battery should be charged up. We'll see if we can get it fired up. Got some spare fuel if I need it. Let's have a look how much fuel's in it. I mean, it's going to be ancient, the fuel. It's looking like nothing. See if it'll turn over again. Not that time. Not the time. Yeah, very intermittent, obviously. Give it another couple of bashes, I think. There we go, it's gone on that time. So I'm not sure, I don't know too much about starter motors, but is that going to be the solenoid? Yeah, it's gone again. Okay, keep getting stuck with this, you've got to press the button in to take the key out. Alright, so I've cleared through the garage. Managed to get the Toyota in it. I've just got the ramp set up. So, ready for the lift now. I'll have a look underneath it. As you probably saw in the time lapse then, I have to go up and down a little bit because obviously the roof's sloping. I've not done this car and don't know quite how high I can get it up on the roof. I've got about another 6 inches I could have gone. So on the Cinquecento, I've got a little max line on the ramp there and I could probably go up to about the same position. But anyway, let's have a look underneath. I'll go and grab a light and I'll show you the underneath. Before I start showing you the underneath of the car, I'll just show you my other project just in case you're interested. That I'm restoring, that's a 1963 Mercedes convertible, 220 SEB. So I'm also restoring that. So if you're interested, lock on. But anyway, let's have a look underneath this one. So, seeing them bits of rust there. Wheel arch is shot. It actually looks like the inner arch is partly there, so we might be able to save saying that. No, it's gone. I don't want to take too much off because I'm gonna have to use all that as a template. Hopefully it's not going to be too bad to remake. This door is the worst. The sill looks surprisingly solid, other than maybe there, but even there looks like it'll go again. Got a hole in the sill there, that's obviously going to have to be welded up, but again, that's nothing really. Down the front end, I have to reverse it in for the next side, but this sill is bang on. I'll show you the back in a minute. The underneath just seems to be surface rust, to be honest, and it just seems to be on the drive components. The rest of the car, I mean, that inner sill there is untouched. Again, rear subframe, scabby, but hopefully we can just treat that. Does it look like that's had a repair, or is it just something's leaked down? I'm not sure. Inner sill pretty much mint. Chassis rails are mint. Hole on the floor is mint. Rear end, a little bit of corrosion on the chassis, but no way I don't think that's going to go through. Boot floor, a little bit there. Don't think that's going through again. All up behind looks alright. It's looking pretty solid. I have to get the wheels off to have a proper look, but exhaust knackered. But worst case scenario, that's not going to be hard to make up. Fuel tank looks alright. Metal. Just put a little bit of fuel in. I think it wants like just a wax oil on the rear, so I'm not going full resto on it. So I think just a wire brush and a wax oil is going to be the way to go. So exhaust knackered. Show you the rear sill on the near side. We've got away with that. This bit that was gone on the other side looks okay, though I will knock all that back. So I'll take that all the way back to metal, and if it does need patching, I'll just patch it as part and parcel of doing the wheel arch. Don't know if it's had a repair done or whether it's just blistered this. Suspension looks half right. Let's have a look at the next one. Yeah, looking alright. I mean, the inner arches even, or the wheel tubs rather, are looking alright. Someone's definitely touched this in with a bit of black, so it may well have had a little bit of welding done in there, but not properly, and it's definitely had a bit of paint work, as you can see. So this arch, it looks like it's had a bit of filler and it's been blown in. I'm hoping that when I do it, I can just sort of lose it part way up the panel, because like all the scuffs and the scratches, I'm just going to leave. It's just a bit of character, so I'll just paint the bottom half, well, not even the bottom half, bottom third, all the way across, paint the sills up again, the arches, and blend it into that back panel. The front, Again, suspension's looking alright. A little bit of scabbing here. In fact, it's not even scabbing, it just looks like it's dirt. Or maybe under seal. Looks like it should be gold under here like the car. I think it's down as brown. Let's have a look at the other. To move these bikes, I've got no space to work here. Yeah, it's looking sound. Absolutely sound. Just need to get that start motor fixed. Don't know if it's going to be, in fact, start motor. I'll do a bit of it from the bottom, a bit of it from the top. Right, so that concludes the video on the Toyota. On the next one, hopefully I'll have the start motor off. See if I can repair it. If not, there's a place around the corner where I got the truck alternator from. They do rebuilds, so they should be able to rebuild it for me. But I'm hoping it's just something simple and I can fix it myself. So that'll be in part 2. Hopefully you enjoyed part 1.